Jazzy Ray here. We've been consistent with these videos. I'm low-key proud of myself. So I wanted to do this video. Um, I want to shout out somebody very important in my life. My mama, aka Taurus Sun, because we was talking about this and it drove me to want to make a video about it. So let's just get to it. Before we even talk about what I'm about to talk about, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Should definitely did that before you even clicked on, and share this video with people that you know, because I really thought about this and it's just like, has anyone did a video on this topic? Because it seems to come up. Okay, so me and my mom was talking, and we was talking about when we get into relationships, we attempt to try and change people to fit our narrative, to fit our lives. And I said to her, why would you get into a relationship with someone to change them? That's like a sign of insanity, because you can't really change anyone. The only person you end up changing while trying to change somebody is yourself. Just let that sink in, because for some people that probably doesn't even make any sense, but it's true. Like, you end up changing yourself while trying to change the other person, while the other person is being toxic. Now you're toxic, you know? It brings out the toxic energy within you. And I can relate to this because with the two narcs in my life, D and J, I tried to change both of them. I wanted to be a part of Jay's life, to help him to connect with his son and to get out of that lifestyle. And I attempted to try to change him. And then as far as D goes, I wanted to help her because I saw that her life was going down the wrong path, and her brain, pointing the finger at everybody, not taking accountability. I used to be that way when I was like her age. She's 2 years younger than me. So with that, I ended up changing myself, and I don't really know if it was for the better or for the worse, because I lost myself completely, especially with D. Like, I lost myself completely. I had a mental breakdown. I had a mental breakdown, and I didn't have any boundaries set or anything. And now I have boundaries set, and I'm not going to tolerate that anymore, because if you don't have respect for my boundaries, then you don't have respect for me. Just like I try to respect other people's boundaries, you have to respect mine. And the same thing that goes for everyone. You have to respect people's boundaries. But that's a sign of insanity. If you keep on trying to attempt to do the same thing over and over and over, expecting something different, that's also a sign of insanity. How many times have we took people back? How many times have we invited the same situation over and over, expecting something different? How many times have we done that? Raise your hand. You, raise your hand. Raise it. Put it up. Okay? I don't care. I don't give a damn if you're a man or a woman. We all have been there. Whether it's with our friends, whether it's with our lovers, whether it's with our families. Been there, done that. And you let stuff go because you care about them and you want to help them. But it's like, you can't. That's how you end up in a codependent relationship. And my friendship with D was very. Y'all let me know if y'all want like a story time about D, but it's a very long story, so it's like it's gonna be in parts because it's a long story. But that was a codependent friendship. She depended on me. I wanted to help her. She wanted to be helped. Period. And with that, like I said, I was stressed out. Like, imagine having to go to class pretty much every day, and imagine that you have to do stuff for this person or else they may cut you off or give you that silent treatment and gaslight you. Then on top of that, you're talking to somebody and they're basically doing the same thing to you, and then you have family trauma on top of all that. Just picture, and they have issues and stuff going on at school, so just picture it. Just picture it. And for some, that's probably nothing, but you know, you just never know what a person is going through. You never know. You really never know. And that person, D, didn't even care. She honestly did not care at all. I remember the last thing that I saw that she posted was something about, I understand that when my friends is going through stuff, but you gotta understand that I go through stuff too. Like, I'm like, ain't that supposed to be the other way around? But you know, narcissist. And the thing is, like, you got people, I just feel like this. If I have to get into a relationship to change you, then that's not something that I need to be a part of. Because it's one thing if you're in a relationship or you're in a situation, a job situation, and you grow, you evolve. Think of it like, the best example I can use is, think of it like a flower, right? It doesn't, change. It grows, but it doesn't change. It's still a flower. It's just a more evolved flower. It's a flower that grew. People don't change overnight, and you cannot change people. It's something that they have to want to do for themselves. Just like you can't hold people. You can tell people, like, I'm holding you accountable, but only they can hold themselves accountable. And I feel like, I'm not gonna say men don't do it, but I feel like women do that. I feel like we get in these relationships and we try to change the guy or whoever it is because we care, and it's like we know exactly what we can do to fix this person, but they have to want to. We're not mechanics at the end of the day. Well, I don't know, you might be a mechanic in real life, but we're not mechanics. We're not doctors, okay? And even if you are a doctor, you can't make somebody take the medicine. You can't make someone go to their appointments. You can't do that. You just can't do it. So it's like with people, you cannot force them to change. And if they try to change you, that's a problem. Because I know when I was like younger, I always felt like I had to change every single day to be different. And people were trying to change me. I remember as a little kid, I didn't cuss. Now, I ended up cussing on my own. But as a little kid, like, the little girls were trying to get me to cuss and stuff. Because they felt that I was a goody two-shoes, And I was one of those kids who felt like, what if my mom hears it from a mile away and then she comes and whoops my ass? And my thing is, too, is I do things when I want to do them. I'm not gonna do something because you told me to. Like, I'm a rebel. Like, you can't tell me what to do, And I feel like everyone, I can't tell you what to do, just like you can't tell me what to do. I said that kind of quick. I can't tell you what to do, just like you can't tell me what to do. Just same thing to where you cannot get that person to change. I don't care how much money you spend. I don't care how much time you're spending with this person. I don't care what you're doing for this person. You cannot force them to change. They can take it from you. They can be users, but they're not going to change. I don't care. If you a man and you date a woman, you expect her to cover up or whatever the case, you being with her, it's not going to force her to do that. And that's just on period. That's not how that goes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not how that goes. Like, at all. If you a woman and you expecting the man to stop cheating, what didn't Eddie Murphy tell you? He told y'all, like, you can't stop him from cheating. You can't. You can sit there and do everything you can. The only way he'll stop cheating is if he wants to stop cheating. So stop kidding yourself. Stop gaslighting yourself. And we get into these situations, and then we're so used to being gaslit all the time that we end up gaslighting ourselves about situations, tricking ourselves about a situation because we want to help them so bad. And I've been there, done that too many times where I tried to help people and change them. Because I always look at people like, you got so much potential. If you just got rid of this quality, or if you just start doing this more, you could be a great person. Like with Jay, all he really had to do is be there for his son, get out the street life, stop being abusive. I even want to help him with his rapping. I even wanted to help him with his rapping because I felt like he had the potential. It's just a lot of things he need to work on. With D, I wanted her to stop. I wanted to change the fact that she was angry all the time, pointing the finger all the time, lying, just starting drama for no apparent reason to make her life more interesting. And then as far as Suave, it was more like, it really wasn't that I was trying to change Suave. Actually, I liked Suave as he was. Like whoever he pretended to be, that's the man who I fell for, I guess, in a sense. I liked who he pretended to be. If I could change anything, if I wanted to change anything, it would be that I wish he kept it real. But it is what it is. Like I can't change that, you know. And things happen, and I felt like I changed for the better, but it definitely brought out my toxic traits. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you get in these situations and then you change, you know, because like I said, when you try to change the other person, you end up changing. Like I said, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like if you learn something from the situation, set those boundaries. Set those boundaries, and if people can't accept you for who you are, then you leave. It's one thing if you grow, but if you have someone that's constantly trying to change you, and then you try to change them, that's a no-no. You gotta go. There's no point in trying to fit in. Sometimes you're not made to fit in. Like as a child, I wanted so bad to fit in. But you know what? For what? In high school, I used to lie about my life to fit in. I used to lie and be like, and say, oh, I was in these fights. And I even lied and said I had a boyfriend who was older. Like a 14-year-old saying that I dated a 17-year-old. Like, I think everybody knew I was capping though. Everybody knew I was capping, but it's like I'm trying to impress y'all and change who I am and become this woman, this girl who I don't even know who she is. And at the end of the day, I don't like none of y'all. So what do I even care for? You know, like what do I care for? Why? Why am I changing myself to fit in these fantasies? I don't even fit in the first place. I don't like y'all. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, y'all don't live with me. This is literally what I like. Once I came to the realization, this is literally what I felt like. I don't live with y'all. You don't live with me. You don't know what's going on in my house. And even if I did tell you, you still don't know what's going on in my house. So at the end of the day, be yourself. Don't let nobody change you, and don't change other people. It's one thing if you evolve and the other person evolves, but if y'all constantly like, if I have to get into a relationship to change you, then this is not a relationship that's worth being in. Because I want to date you for you. I want to be your friend for you, not and respect you for who you are. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say about that. Shout out to my mama. Okay? If y'all wondering where I get this from, I get it from her. And yeah. So make sure y'all subscribe and comment. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.